Hi, I would like to contribute to the discussion of Pascal's Wager on YouTube by enlightening the world and the community that there are serious flaws in most of the most popular arguments against Pascal's Wager, but I would also enlighten the world of the fact that Pascal's Wager is still not a valid argument for believing in God. So I will not reproduce the argument here, but there is a very nice English Wikipedia article, and with also a quite decent English translation of the original fragment in Blaise Pascal's pensée, in his thoughts. I will just criticize the arguments that have been repeated over and over again here by bloggers, and that have also been put forward by Rick Dawkins, by Christopher Hitchens, or by Bertie Russell, or by John Leslie Mackie, the philosopher. But most of them are flawed, seriously, are unsound, not convincing, and I will present two valid objections against Pascal's Wager at the end. So what is usually said, by the way, if Dawkins' reproduction of the thing in the God delusion is correct, or if I don't possess the book, but but I read a quote or heard a quote from it somewhere. If that reproduction is correct, then I would like to remark that Dawkins is wrong. That Dawkins at least misreproduces the original argument, because in Pascal's original fragment there is no mention of hell. So there is no, according to Pascal, there is no punishment for the non-believer, for the disbeliever, in case there exists a God. So there is no hell for disbelievers in the original version of the argument. But what is usually approached, what Pascal's Wager is usually reproached for, is that it presupposes doxastic voluntarism. Well, but so what? Pascal's Wager tells you that there is some utility in believing in God, and so you should believe in God. It's better for you to believe in God. So if you just want to believe in God, then do so. But this presupposes the view that you can believe in whatever you wish to believe in, but you simply lack the evidence. There is no reason to believe in God other than that usefulness, that utility, that payoff in believing in God, the promise of an infinity of lives, of an infinite afterlife. So it doesn't really make you believe. You simply can't believe just what you want to believe, or what is good to believe in. You just need you need some evidence. This is also the Russell reproach. I got that from I didn't know that Russell said that, but Chris Hitchens told me that. Russell, when Russell is confronted by God in the afterlife, and God says, well, I cannot reward you because you did not believe in me, and then Russell would respond to God, well, my Lord, you didn't give us enough evidence. And so this is doxastic voluntarism. But what if this is all that there is to religious belief? So what if God really appreciates people just being hypocritical believers, just going to church with now the Hucksterism comes in, and another objection. If people just go to church because they want the reward in the afterlife, so what if God is content with that? What if God is really some huckster, is really some insecure person who would like to who would like people to pray to him and to bow their heads to them, and just what if God is really that insecure? You have to deal with insecure people, and some people's insecurity you cannot change. When almost wherever you look outside, you will always see a person who is insecure, and you have to deal with these persons. And if it's God, he is very powerful, and what would you like to do? If you want some reward, you should accept his complacency, his smugness, his being a huckster and wanting to people who kiss his anus. So this is not really an objection. This just simply assumes, relies on the fact that God is, well, God is from a human perspective just a nice God, an honest person who rewards those that do good, that are committed to good causes, and not those who are false believers and who would like to well, be his servants blindly. What if he is? No, and actually he is a very unpleasant character. He's as atheist Pope Richard Dawkins I himself declared in the famous passage of his God delusion. God is the most unpleasant character in all fiction. In all the Abrahamic religions, God is a wicked guy. I just quote from Exodus 25, so it's in the Bible, and I'll take the Judeo-Christian religion. You shall not bow down to him, to them, or worship them, so the others, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God. I just laughed when I first read that passage, because there is weird stuff that is said in the Bible. So I, your Lord, I'm a jealous God. So please just bow down to me. I wouldn't really want to marry God. He's wicked, and so that Hucksterism, or well, God as hypocrisy argument doesn't count against Pascal's Wager. You cannot exclude that God is a huckster, is an insecure person who wants people who kiss his ass. So what about the other argument, the many religions argument? Well, it doesn't convince me either, because from an atheist perspective, you simply cannot exclude that at least that at most one of the religions is right. It is, of course, there are many religions, but well, to quote again from Pope Richard Dawkins I, the Pope of Atheism, as I may, yeah, it's a joke. But to quote, I'll just look for that original quote, and I just modify a quote by Richard Dawkins, but it's applicable here, and atheists should put some more rigor into their arguments when trying to refute, for example, Pascal's Wager. Simply wrong. Where is that quote? Dawkins. So Dawkins is supposed to have said, now this source is not too reliable, but I guess it's a good quote. Where is it? Yes. But I think it's important to realize, now I modify the quote a bit, but I think it's important to realize that when two opposite points of view, or two or several religions are expressed with equal intensity, the truth does not necessarily exactly halfway between them. And also the truth is not necessarily that all of them are wrong. It is possible for just, well, all but one of them to be simply wrong. So this is just a logical possibility, and the